Assistant Professor in Department of Optometry, Main School of Parallel Sciences. So already I have told you how does the lens placode came. So lens placode came from the surface ectoderm, okay. So now I am telling how this primary lens fiber and secondary lens fiber arises, okay. So in the development of lens, we will have these three stages, okay. First the lens placode and lens vesicle formation will occur. Next the primary lens fiber will start at the 3 months of age, and next is the secondary lens fiber after 3 months of gestation period, okay. So let me tell you, this is the epithelial region, okay, and this is the surface ectoderm. So I am just drawing a line between. This is the, so this region is the posterior epithelium and this is the anterior epithelium. So this structure is called as the lens vesicle, which is in the earlier stage, okay. So next let me tell you. So this is the, already I have told, this is the epithelium. What will happen here? This posterior epithelium, this posterior epithelium will move forward and fill this cavity. This posterior epithelium will move forward and fill the cavity, okay. So it will fill the space over here, okay. So and this is called as the lens vesicle, which is in the later stage, okay. So what will happen in the next stage? So the epithelium which is there, it will totally occupy the space. I will tell, like here some space is there, right? So in the next stage, it will occupy all the spaces which is left in the epithelium, and then it is called as embryonic lens. So the lens is fully developed and it is called as embryonic lens. So usually we will tell it as nucleus, okay. It is composed of lens fibers. Let me tell you how does the secondary lens fibers arise. So secondary lens fibers will come after 3 months, okay. So we have already seen there is, let me draw the lens epithelium here, okay. So you know that this is the epithelium. So in primary lens fibers, what will happen? The posterior part of the epithelium will come forward and occupy the space here. So here what will happen in secondary lens fibers? The anterior epithelium will occupy the space there, okay. So then it is called as secondary lens fiber. It will come like this. So it is called as secondary lens fibers, and it will occur after 3 months of the gestation period, okay. So we have all studied about the lens placode, lens vesicle formation, primary lens fiber and secondary lens fiber. Let me tell you about the nucleus. So you just imagine, okay. So this is the lens, okay. In lens we have nucleus and the cortex, it is the cortex, and next will be the lens capsule. For example, this is the nucleus. So this is the nucleus, this will be the cortex, and the final is the lens capsule, okay. So these three structures will be present in the lens, okay. So let me tell about the nucleus now. Nucleus. So in nucleus, first we have fetal nucleus. Fetal nucleus. So next is the infantile nucleus. So next is the adult nucleus. So fetal nucleus occurs about 3 to 8 months of gestation. Okay, so next the infantile occurs from late stage of fetal life to puberty. Okay, so adult nucleus comes after puberty. It's clear for you? Let me tell you again. So in nucleus we have 3 types of nucleus. One is the fetal nucleus. Fetal nucleus will be present around 3 to 8 months of gestation, and infantile nucleus, it will be occur last stage of fetal life to puberty, and adult nucleus will come after puberty. Okay. So next I want to tell you about the cortex. So after nucleus there will be the development of cortex. So after cortex covers the nucleus. Okay. After nucleus there will be cortex. So next I am going to tell about the lens capsule. Lens capsule. So lens capsule is called as the true basement membrane of lens. True basement membrane of lens. So once again I am telling, so here we will have the nucleus. So first will be the embryonic nucleus. So next will have the fetal nucleus. Next will have infantile nucleus. Then it will be developed into the adult nucleus. Then we will have the lens cortex, and lens cortex will be surrounded by the lens capsule. Okay, so this is the lens. I think everything is understandable. If you have any doubts, you can tell me. Okay, so again I am telling. So this is the nucleus. These are the nucleus, cortex, and lens capsule. Okay, thank you.